For me, working with Scott and Kendall was the best decision I made when choosing a real estate agent to sell my South Melbourne property. I found Scott and Kendall to be incredibly hardworking, very genuine, very honest, and at the end of the day, I felt like they were the kind of people that I would like to deal with if I was a purchaser on the other side of the purchasing cycle. I felt that Scott and Kendall took the time to educate me in understanding the South Melbourne market, what was happening currently with properties that were for sale, with recently sold properties, to give me a better understanding of the activity that was happening in the market and how to best position my property to achieve the best result possible. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what happened. The campaign was superbly run by Scott and Kendall. They did beautiful marketing. They went the extra mile and made a video for the property, which was very personalised, including the best assets of the property, including the area and the cafe across the road. And it showed that they really understood the area and the property. But at the end of the day, they also got an incredible result and achieved a record for the area, which I could never have expected. And I hope one day I get to work with them again in the future. For me, Scott and Kendall provided extremely valuable advice on how to present my property. They connected me with a network of professionals who were able to deliver on that. So they connected me with an incredible stylist who worked with me throughout the renovation process of the house, and then the styling at the end was above and beyond what I could have expected the house to look at. It certainly presented the house in the best possible light that it could have been, ready for sale and for that ultimate result on auction day. I thoroughly enjoyed working with Scott. I felt he really took the time to educate me on the market and to understand what it was that I was looking for in an agent and in the sale of my property. On a cold winter's morning in Melbourne, he turned up to my house with a warm cup of tea and drove me around South Melbourne to all the properties that had been recently sold or recently listed, and took the time to explain to me the comparison of that property to my property, their strengths versus mine and weaknesses. Selling a property can be extremely stressful, and I felt Scott and Kendall provided a completely different experience to what I initially thought that selling the property would be. They made the experience really enjoyable. They were incredibly warm and friendly. Whenever I needed to ask any advice, they were there. They would come over at any point in time to sit with me and discuss what was happening in the market or how to improve the property or marketing strategies, whatever it might be. And so I felt that they very, very easily removed the stress of selling the property, and at no point throughout the sales process did I feel under any pressure from them in terms of adjusting price or anything along those lines. I feel that Scott and Kendall understand South Melbourne very well. As locals, they understand the benefit, they understand what it's like to live in South Melbourne. They have their favourite spots, which were similar to my favourite spots. They understand what the lifestyle in South Melbourne is like and why South Melbourne is a unique place to live. So Scott and Kendall, thank you so much for achieving an incredible result for my property in South Melbourne. It was a massive decision to go with you guys, one that I certainly don't regret, and I hope that we have the chance to work together at some point in the future.